Welcome. Today we are going to talk about basics in Python and AML.
AiML campus.
The first topic we will be covering is variables. Variables are words used to store a specific value. For example, if we can take the example of z equal x plus y. Over here we can see the value of x is 3 and the value of y is 3. Then we will take the value of x and y and add it, and thus getting the value of x plus y, which will be 6. Similarly, we can see that in Python, if we assign the value of x as 3, and after that we assign the value of x again as something else, like x is equal to 1, the value of x changes, and thus the value of z becomes 1 plus 3 equals 4. Then, if we change the value of x again to 33, then the value of x changes to 33, and thus 33 plus 3 equals 36. Now, you might be wondering whether I can use any kind of words for the variable name, but no, except the 33 reserved words, which are used as a syntax of Python, we can use any other letters. The words which are commonly used as syntax are print, input, int, for, while, class, def, float, string, and many more. The common method to write the names of a variable is either in the small name character like x, or after a number like x2, or by using underscore like underscore x. There is, but we can't use methods such as x.2 or 2x or small or big x. The reason why we can't use this method is because of the naming conventions, and also because if we use characters such as x and bigger X, then it would create a problem in understanding what was the value of x and why did we use the value of bigger X. As we can see over here, if we put the value of x equal 2 and bigger X equal 3, then it will cause us to understand that why are we using the x plus bigger X instead of like just using something else like y or something. They, you might be wondering what the print is. The print is a function used to showcase things to the user. For example, if I use print and then put the value of x over there, then the user will see the value of x. Now, there are some methods in print statement to showcase it to the user, such as if I write print and then a string, and then by using a comma, I can add the value of a variable. Now it will gonna write the value of a variable x was 67, and thus it will write the value of x as 67. But as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it write the value of 67. You might be wondering, what is this b and a? We have used a function in Python uses separate. In print, we are going to separate this comma as b and some spaces. Thus, after 4, there is b and some spaces, then the value of x, then we end this string by some spaces and a. As you can see over here, we have done that. Now, there is also a concept known as formatted string. A formatted string is a string designed to have multiple values which are from different variables, such as this print f. This is used to showcase that the string given is a formatted string. After f, we have used quotes to signify that the thing is a string, and then we have used curly brackets and wrote the variable name. We can also use it to call some functions such as input and something else. After that, we have add another characters and then closed it. Thus, when we ask for the value of x, it will after that we get the value of 67 and then a space and then the characters we have written over here. Now, you might be wondering that if that's how it works, then what would happen if I put something like x equal x plus parentheses x minus x? Wouldn't it get confused as which x should be used? To solve this problem, we have something called as assigning operator, which is a equal sign. So when we have a question like this, then the Python will use the previous value of x, which is 2. Then after using that value, it will gonna subtract the value of x, thus giving it a 0. Then it will gonna add the value of x to the previous x. The previous x value would still be 2 because it has not been assigned to the value of x yet. And after we add the value of 2 plus the answer we get from the parentheses, which was 0, we get the value of x as 2. After getting 2, we will assign it to x. Thus, when we call for x again, we get the x value as 2. In Python, we have operators. Operators are functions we use to perform various mathematical operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and to get a remainder or to get the power of a number. For example, if we have variable x equal 1 and y equal 2, we can get the addition by simply using x, then addition symbol, and y, and thus we can get the value of x plus y, which would be equal to 3. Similarly, to get the value of subtraction, we can use the symbol for subtraction, which is a hyphen, and thus getting y minus 1, which will be 1. 2 minus 1, 1. To do multiplication, we can use the star symbol signifying a cross or a multiplication. Thus, x multiplication y would be 2 into 1 into 2, thus giving us a value of 2. To perform division, we can use x divided by y. For division, we are using the slash symbol. We can also use double slash to get the value as an integer. But for now, we have used a single slash, thus giving us a value of 0.5. If we use double slash, we will get the value such as 0 because as an integer it would be 0. Then we also have remainder. Remainder is the product we get after completing a successful division. So 2 divided by 1 would be 0. Thus we get the remainder of 0. To use the power function, we can first put a value such as 3, and then to get the square of it, we can use two multiplication operators, which are star sign, and after that, the power of it, which is 2. So 3 power 2 would be 9, which is, as you can see, it is giving the correct output. Now, there is something called as concatenation of strings. As you know, the plus sign can also be used to concatenate string. Concatenation is when we add two or more strings into a single string. As you can see, there are two strings, string 1 which is code A and string 2 which is B, good. After that, when we have to add it, we can put as A plus B. But to make it more readable, I also added one other string which is just a space. Thus, when we print the value of S, it would be A, which is code, B, which is good, and a string which I added in between them, which is a space. Thus, we get the value as code good. Now, there is something called as operator precedence rule, which is PPMA. P stands for parentheses, P stands for power, M stands for multiplication, and A stands for addition. And the whole process goes from left to right. Now, to understand this, we can take the example of x equal 2 plus 3 plus minus 2, which would be 2 plus 3, which will be 5 minus 2, which will be 3, thus giving us a value of 3. Now, you might be wondering, how does it work? So, whenever there is a mathematical problem, involving multiple operators, it will first give priority to the parameters. If there is parameter, it will gonna solve it. After that, it will give priority to the power operator. After that, it will give priority to multiplication and division. After that, it will gonna solve the questions which have addition and subtraction to it. The whole process will go from left to right. As you can see over here, the value of x equals, it starts doing this math by 2 plus 3, we will get the value of 5, and after that we minus 2, thus giving us a value of 3. Now, you might be wondering what is string, what is int, what is float. To make it simple, I have written those over here. So, if there is just a number, rather it be minus 2 or 2 or 0, it would be considered as an integer. As you can see, if I ask for what type of data type it will say it is a integer, which because it doesn't have a decimal or nor is it in a string. After that, there is float. Float are values which are in decimals, such as 2.0. At the end, it is 2, but because it has a decimal, it is considered as float. After that, we have 2.0, but they are in single quotes. Because of those single quotes, it is considered as string. But if it was just a single character, then it would be still a string. Now, as you can see, if the as, as you can see, the character is in single quotes. Thus, it is a string. Now, when we ask for what type of character C is, it gives that the C is a data type of string. After that, we have D equal true, showing us that D is equal to true, and true and false are both data types of Boolean. Boolean showcase that true is equal to 1 and false is equal to 0. After that, we have something called as type conversions. Now, as you know, there are different types of different types of variables. Now we have to change their data types from strings to int and ints to string. To do that, we can do is we can name the data type we want to convert in, like int, then put a parentheses, and then put the variable we want to change. For example, now I want to change the variable d from boolean to a int. Thus, I name it int parentheses, then the value boolean b d. Thus, z is equal to int. As you can see, when I ask for what type of variable z is, it gives z is a int variable and true is changed into 1. After that, we have something called as input function. What is the input function? Input function is used to get the user's input and used in the Python to get user input and perform various calculation as per the user need. For example, we have x equal input num, and it presents the number we have added. Thus, when we run this code, it asks for us to give us input, so we add a number x, and thus it prints it. Because whenever we are using input function, it always takes everything we give it to as a string. Thus, when we add the number as x, it takes it and present as x. But because we are asking for a number, we have to convert it into a int. To do that, what we can do is similar to how we change the data type of a variable, we change the data type of the variable after taking it as an input. So z is equal to int, then it asks for the input. So when we give it a value of such as 2, 3, then it gives us an input as int and it is 2, 3. But if we give the wrong input such as x, then it showcases us an error. Now, we can also try to give it multiple inputs by using the function map. So, for example, if we want to give it multiple inputs such as a plus a and b in a single line and make sure that it adds them, then we can use this map function a comma b equal map, and then there is the data type we want it to take as, and then we use input and dot split. Dot split is used to showcase that how the input will be differentiable, and after that we will just add them. So when we run it, it asks for the number. So if we give 1 and 2, it will gonna add the value of 1 and 2, giving us the result 3. We are, as you can see, we get the answer as 3. Also, the split function take the default value, which is space. But if we add something like um, at the rate, it will take the value as 1 at the rate 2, 1 at the rate 2, thus giving us a value of 3. Now, there are methods called as comments in Python. These are methods used to make code which should not be run, or the lines of comments which are used to refer to the code, like what does this part of the code do, or what should be implemented in the future. This type of comments can be written in two ways. First is in single line comment. To write a single line comment, we just use the hash symbol, and after that, anything after that hash symbol will be a comment, but only in that single line. So anything after that would be considered as code, like print a, something like x. After that, there is multiple lines comment. We use three single quote pair, and after in those three single quote pair, anything written in between is not run by the program. Thus, when we run this code, we get the value of x and z only, because the value, the part which is in three single quote pair or behind hashtag is considered as comment, thus not run. That's it for the today's episode. Ah, fucking hell, nah.